All right, you guys, we got to break this down. It is being reported from Browns insiders that the Cleveland Browns head coaching vacancy is being turned down by a specific candidate due to Shedeur Sanders being on the roster. They may feel he's a distraction and whatnot, or whatever the case may be. We have to break this down. I think this is nasty work. We gonna get right into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things. So, John Greco was on 92.3 The Fan with Ken Carmen. Let's take a listen to what he said, man. Mike McCarthy is a potential candidate, but they're saying that Mike McCarthy isn't even interested in interviewing for the job, and a lot of the top candidates aren't. But Mike McCarthy specifically, who did interview for the job in 2020 before taking the Dallas Cowboys job, he might not be interested in this job because of Shedeur Sanders. This is wild work, man.
How desirable of a job is this?
That's that's a good question. I get why I get why the answer would be a horribly desired position. But if you are someone that's trying to break into the head coaching world and take an opportunity, and maybe some of the other openings aren't available, or some of these other scenarios aren't as attractive, I think a head coach is going to take a head coaching job no matter what. Now, Mike McCarthy, some of the names that are higher on the list that you like, hey, no, I want this guy. He's a proven winner. He's been to Super Bowls. He's won the division. He's got great history. Maybe they aren't going to have the Browns at the top of their list, and you have to meet somewhere in the middle. But
so a lot of the top candidates aren't going to be high on this Browns job, and it's being reported that there are guys like Mike McCarthy who is not interested in this job if it comes attached with Shedeur Sanders. And that's not even with Shedeur Sanders being a starter. That's with him being a backup of any sorts. They don't even want him on the roster, y'all.
But I think a head coach is going to take a head coaching job no matter what it's at, because, maybe they have egos, or maybe they have a drive to where they're like, no, look, I can make this work. I'm going to go in there. They have some great young talent on the team, a good defense, a solid defense. And a lot of draft capital going into 2026, 2027. So yeah, if I'm a head coach, I come in and say, hey, look, how much say do I have on this upcoming draft and free agency? What does that look like? And you get a sense from there. And if the answer is, yeah, we want you a part of the process, and who's going to be starting a quarterback next year, and you're going to have full kind of say on to put your spin on this offense and what it looks like and what the team looks like as far as your kind of character, or what kind of vibe and energy you want to bring to this team, then yeah, any head coach is going to want to take it. But I just don't know if they'll get the top candidate on that.
So they're not going to get the top guys. That's already being put out there. Now, you got Jason Lloyd, who G. Bush cooked on Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. Absolutely cooked him. It went viral. He's back on 92.3 The Fan, spewing more nonsense. He says Shedeur shouldn't be on the team next year. He's not good enough to be a starter and all of this stuff, and he's not worth the headache as a backup. This is nasty work, man. Jason Lloyd clearly has an agenda. Jason Lloyd has been exposed.
But the quarterback thing, yeah, I've said all along, I think Shedeur's presence will be a hindrance to some guy. Not somebody's going to take the job. They pay really well, and there's only 32 of the job.
But he is saying, and I just played another video with another gentleman saying, Shedeur being a part of this is going to make some coaches not want to take the job.
He'll take it. But there are candidates out there who will look at this and say, nope, I want nothing to do with that. How could you? Look at everything that Kevin went through over the last year with Shedeur and some of the stupidity and nonsense that was out there. What coach would want to sign up for that? Particularly when he didn't play that well. He wasn't that good. Like, I've been pretty adamant. He shouldn't be on this team. Like, to me, Shedeur should not be on this team next year. He's not good enough to be the...
What? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Shedeur's going to be the starting quarterback next year, dude. What are you talking about?
Starter. and this organization is not stable and mature enough to have him as a backup. They've proven that. So what, are you going to draft another quarterback and put him atop Shedeur, and then all the stuff comes back again about, well, what about Shedeur? When are you going to play Shedeur? Like, no thanks, hard pass. And I just think a lot of coaches are going to view it that way.
I disagree, but because I wanted to ask you another question about Kevin, but now I got to go off on Shedeur here for a second here. I think that's a little extreme. He shouldn't be on the team next year. You're not going to draft a quarterback in the first round next year. You're not in a position to.
I didn't say he shouldn't be in the NFL. He shouldn't be on this team.
I understand
that. Look at everything they just went through. And for what? He's not that good.
What did they really go through?
Do we need to remind ourselves of all the locker room stuff, all the crap about the miming and the...
That's well. Wait a minute.
What organization wants to put up with that?
You're breaking up for a second here. I think that was more media stuff. I don't think that there was actual problems in the locker room. I had a problem that Dylan Gabriel was there for obvious reasons, but I mean, look at it. I don't think that he was a problem in the building. I don't think that he was such a distraction in the building to everybody involved. I don't think they let it be that way.
All of that stuff infects into the walls. I'm not saying. The unfortunate part is
this dude Jason Lloyd is a clown. I don't even know how this dude's a bozo. He's a pure bozo. He shouldn't even be on the airwaves. This dude been exposed by G. Bush. This dude's a clown.
I think he's a really good kid.
Sounds like it.
I think he's a really good young man. But it's just all the nonsense that comes with him. That's exactly why he's fell, Ken. You know that. This is why, because teams didn't want to deal with this. And we just saw it play out over the course of the last year.
Well, hey, listen.
And now you're going to sign up for more?
This is crazy work.
Dead wrong about the... But I think you guys are both dead wrong about the distraction. I think that he causes a distraction amongst us. I think he causes a distraction amongst the fans. I don't think, and I go into the building, and I know Jason does too, but I go into the building, and damn it, I don't think that he causes a distraction in the locker room. I don't think he causes a distraction with the team. And I don't think that he is such an albatross around this team or a detriment. I don't want to keep overusing the term albatross. Such a detriment to the team that they can't have him on the roster next year.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I love Jason.
I haven't seen that.
And I don't mean to take shots at him when he's not on the air, but I think that thought's completely asinine. Now, if the next head coach comes in and goes, this kid ain't going to work, okay, fine. Go ahead and do that. I'm just looking at what I have now because I have very little trust in the people picking the head coach. I got very little trust in what they're going to do in the upcoming draft. I have zero trust. If Dante Moore doesn't come out, I have zero trust of any other quarterback. Ty Simpson, you kidding? No, absolutely not. I'm not doing that thing again. So now I'll sit there and go, okay, well, I got to make the best of a bad situation. Guys, not a great situation. Statistically, yeah, the stats, they bear out he's bad. I can't run away from that. I can't run in the first place.
He's got the arm talent of a better pick, but he's played like a fifth round or worse pick.
I'm advocating for him to be here next year, and as of right now, to start next year, because he's the only one I think there's plenty of other players I'd like to see. He's the only one in the quarterback room I'm interested in seeing at all.
Yeah, I agree with what Ken Carmen said in terms of he's the only one we want to see. And we don't want to see Dylan Gabriel. He can't play. We don't really want to see Deshaun Watson at all. Like, at the end of the day, whichever one of these coaches accept this Cleveland Browns job has to accept the fact that Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback. I think Jason Lloyd is a complete clown and is spewing lies about Shedeur Sanders over the airwaves. But it is being reported that there are coaches like Mike McCarthy who will not take this job if it comes attached with Shedeur Sanders. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. This Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.